Sometimes things just happen with things you thought assuredly would never happen. It's too bad. It should have happened. It almost did a time or two. But boy, when a window closes, you figure that's it. But we're in a bold new world with new technology now, so I guess anything's possible. So Arnold Schwarzenegger says King Conan is in the works with Christopher McQuarrie. Wow. See? Remember the ending of the movie? Because he does become a king, and his crown rested on a troubled brow. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger says King Conan is finally moving forward, and it sounds like a big one. Speaking at the Arnold Classic via YouTube, Schwarzenegger said the studio has hired a fantastic writer-director who did Tom Cruise's last 4 movies to write and direct King Conan. Well, that's got to be McQuarrie. It is. Also, Arnold said Fox has been talking to him about returning for Predator and that a Commando 2 script also exists. I wonder if he gets Alyssa Milano to show up. Yeah, probably with the grandkids and everything. Anyway, it's not Fox anymore because of the deal with Disney, so it would be 20th Century Pictures, I think. But still, you know, yeah, that would be interesting. I think to revisit a past character. Predator films have never really done that. And there was the one, Topher was in it, and the people were abducted and sent to a planet where the Predator hunted them there, and there was someone made mention of the mission that Dutch, Schwarzenegger's character, was on. That was the first rumblings about who these creatures are and that sort of thing. So it was interesting to kind of tie it into that. Maybe some of the other, there's one film I never saw because it sounded god awful. Maybe they made mention of it. I don't know. But it stands to reason he's still around, so you could do a story around that character. Anyway, according to Schwarzenegger, the new Conan movie would be written to fit where he is now in life instead of pretending he is still the younger version of the character. Oh, well, so no de-aging and stuff. So Arnold said the idea is age-appropriate, but still action-heavy, with Conan as an older king who has grown complacent, gets pushed out, and is forced back into conflict. Schwarzenegger described a movie filled with madness, violence, magic, creatures, and the kind of bigger-scale spectacle modern visual effects can now deliver. That lines up with the old King Conan idea fans have wanted for years, which would bring Arnold back to the sword and sorcery franchise in a sequel built around an older, battle-worn Conan. Well, Arnold didn't name him in the clip. His description points to Christopher McQuarrie. McQuarrie has been one of Tom Cruise's key collaborators for years. He wrote and directed Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Fallout, Dead Reckoning, and The Final Reckoning. And he also worked on Top Gun Maverick. That makes him an interesting choice if the studio wants to turn King Conan into something much bigger than a nostalgia play. If Schwarzenegger's comments are accurate, that is a major name to attach to Conan. Schwarzenegger made it sound like Conan is only part of a larger push. He said Fox, 20th Century Pictures, has come to him about Predator, talking about doing Commando 2, and generally seems interested in reviving multiple Arnold franchises. That is a pretty wild development considering how many of those properties have been dormant or have struggled to find the right direction without him. Whether all of them happen is another story, but Arnold clearly believes momentum is building. Yeah, it's a little late, Boy, the real problem, and who knows, maybe the King Conan movie, had it been done way back when, some of the ideas they had weren't that great. Later on, they had another one that, I don't know. But there's a lot of King Conan stories from the comics and stuff that are pretty good. It would have been really cool for that era. But at the time when Arnold ran for governor, see, that was a mistake. I know he always wanted to get into politics and do something, so he finally did it. He thought, oh, here's something. My movie career life is behind me. I'm going to do this. And then, Because of those years, had he been available to do a King Conan film, that would have been perfect, I think. And at that age, he still could have done it. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And the idea, I mean, yes, with AI and, de-aging CGI stuff, to some amount, you could do it even now. But it doesn't want to do that. He's just going to be as he is at the end of his reign, I suppose. And he's told you basically what the premise would be. He's got to take back his kingdom from some nasty villains, I'm sure. But anyway, really, I thought the window closed there when he ran for governor and won. So it's unfortunate, but I don't know. Maybe they'll have a good movie there. As for Commando 2, I don't know. I mean, but it's kind of the same thing. He's got to get back in action because, and then even the Predator thing. Well, he's got to get back in action because, So, all right, yeah, whatever, but we'll have to see. But the King Conan one, especially when you had the tease, which it's all a part of the lore of Conan. He eventually becomes a king. So, they stuck it in there, but it was always like, that would make an interesting film, but it just didn't happen. So, all right. We'll see what happens here.